Alright, it's time to get back to Clock Tower. I have looked vaguely at a guide, learned some things, particularly that apparently I have just like missed a room, although I feel like it's a room that had the door locked. So if the door's locked, I think I maybe know where to get the key. But even then, it's very confusing because, hey, mate, get clocked. Because it seems like this game itself is randomized. Just baseline out of the fucking door. This game is randomized. Um, and it's like really. The guides that exist are questionable because this was never released outside Japan. Uh, and so, like, the guides are kind of weird. One of them, like, seemed to just have really questionable stuff. It was like, read the Mulan. And I was like, what the fuck is a Mulan aside from a Disney movie? And Googling confirmed that no, I'm not crazy. I don't know what the fuck a Mulan is that this other guide was referencing. But yeah, so like, I don't know. I think I know probably how to keep going now. Also, I hope this actually does continue from where we left off yesterday. Or not yesterday, but the other day. Yeah, it looks like it does. So yeah, the interesting thing is like we have the staff, but apparently hold on. The staff, you can basically either get the staff or a demon idol, and which one you get kind of just is determined randomly. And there's stuff like that that's like, and like where you how you find things. Because even the staff, I think we only got that like kind of by chance because it seems like if we had done things in the room where we got the staff just ever so slightly differently, we don't want to run. Even if we had done things ever so slightly differently in that room, we wouldn't have gotten the staff because we got the staff in the room with the piano. And when we played the piano, Scissor Man popped out of the ceiling. But from what I can tell, you can only get the staff if the ceiling tile hasn't fallen down that he popped out of. So it seems like if I had played the piano first, he would have popped down, and then the staff wouldn't have been there. So then presumably the demon idol would have spawned. I guess I don't know. Anyway, I think I know. Oh wait, actually, I'm not going where I want to go. I think I know where I need to go. And that is the chapel, which is apparently the room that we saw in that mural. So I was confused because she had said something like, "Oh, is that room in this house somewhere?" And I was like, "I don't know. I haven't seen it anywhere." Hey, deceptive. But yeah, apparently that room is in the house, and I maybe just missed it. I'm not 100% certain. So we'll just casually saunter over this way. It's time to clock in. Now, you all need to cut it out with those clock puns. Alright, so I probably should have just run across here. Just to speed things up a little bit. So once we go through here, if the map that I looked at was correct, it should be this way to go where we need to go. But I don't entirely think that is true because I think some of the angles of these rooms are a little confusing. I think I actually need to go to the other side. I'm gonna do that first. Start responding to work inquiries regarding scheduling things that don't know. Die waiting. I mean, I'm sure that's fine. Because from what I could tell, the room that we're looking for should be in the west wing, which should be over here. I think so. So yeah, this should be the um, the room with the dolls, or not dolls, the mannequins. So as far as I can tell, and I'm not entirely convinced because neither map said that the chapel. I looked at two different maps for this game. Neither one said that the chapel was a randomized room. It seems like the rooms are randomized like within a given hallway. Neither one said that the chapel was randomized, but the two maps had the chapel in different rooms. So I'm not entirely sure what the fuck I'm supposed to take away from that, other than that either one of the maps is wrong or both of them are wrong and that it is actually a randomized room. So it should literally be this first door, I think. It's either the first or second door, I suppose, more accurately. So this is the music room. Wait, hold on. We can look at that. Looks like part of the ceiling fell. Okay. Oh, no. Fuck. No, stop. Don't do that. The other thing that one of the guides seemed to imply is that the rooms kept shuffling. But I don't think that's true. I think that was like... I'm not even sure if maybe these guides were written by someone who didn't speak English as their first language. Like, maybe they were written by someone Japanese. It seems that the door's locked. So, okay, so I think this is the chapel. This is where one of the maps said it was. But yeah, so part of the reason things are a little confusing from what I was reading is that... some puzzles are just there and just can't be solved within a certain run. Like, if you don't have the right things. Because some of the things don't spawn in given runs. So, like, that crack in the wall that we saw in, like, a library kind of room. Apparently you need a lantern to look in there. But the lantern doesn't always spawn. And I think from what I could tell... we were in a scenario where the lantern wouldn't spawn. I don't know how I don't remember how I determined that. But yeah, that's one of those things that doesn't spawn. So in theory, I think maybe we can get the key to the chapel from that kid's room that had the dolls hanging from the ceiling. Lots of rain, not too cold. Yeah, it's not quite the season to be freezing yet. Not that you were somewhere that was particularly cold getting, but all right. So I think that fuck. I think that room was like this one, maybe. Just gonna wait and recover my energy. Okay. Got back home and broke your finger in half. Well, that's good. So... yes, okay, there we go. The ceremony key. So yeah, I think that is... what was that sound? Ooh. Fuck this doll. Nope. Leave the room. The door will not open. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. Do I fuck the doll up with the... there we go. Hi, Cat Whistle. Cracked a knuckle and fractured your finger. Jesus. So awesome, it breaks your bones. Anyway, that doll was trying to fuck us up. So yeah, we found the ceremony key. So what I guess I hadn't noticed before is that I was able to investigate this toy box as opposed to the doll on top of it. Oh, I don't need to run. Alright, so now we should be able to go back downstairs. I think that ceremony key... It's funny because one of the guides... I think one of the guides didn't even mention the ceremony key. And then the other guide said, I don't know what this is for. Maybe the chapel? Question mark? It's like, what the fuck is this guide that, like, doesn't even... It describes some items that you can get, but it's like, I don't know what this is for. Fuck you. Oh, I didn't mean to run down these stairs. But yeah, the guides for this game are fucking wild. I will say that. I was doing my best to not read ahead, but I think I did read a little bit about the chapel. Because that's like the one room that I was trying to get into. So I was trying to figure out, like, is this room locked? What's the deal? Because I knew that there was still a locked door, as we saw. But it was like, is that the door? Because also the maps don't indicate that this is a locked door, is the other wild thing. Like, and I'm not... The thing is that it might not always be locked, because I don't think the ceremony key always spawns, because otherwise I don't know why this guy would not know what it's for in this guide. And also, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay, so I think this is... Yeah, there we go. This room looks like the one in the mural. Spook thing in the back. So we got various things over here. We got that vase over there. Tried to tell you it was a skin infection? This is a crow corpse. The neck's completely severed. Oops. A square hole is visible. The cradle under the star. There's something underneath here. This is an iron disc. A cross is being carved into it. That's weird that they would try and tell you it's a skin infection, because that's the kind of thing, like, they could tell if they just kind of, like, grabbed your finger by how hard you screamed. Strange symbols are written here. Time will cause adherence? What does that mean? Send you home with antibiotics just in case. Now, we saw a note that was something along those lines in the room with the mural. It's a Celadon vase. It came from Celadon City. But yeah, so I don't know. Oh, I think the way that you're supposed to know this, which is, I think, the one potential spoiler that I got. I think the way you're supposed to know that you need to put the staff in here is because we found the staff in a similar vase in the music room. What was that? Sound. It opened a hole in the floor. Yeah, that's goofy to send you home before you've got the results, because, like, that's the kind of thing, like, especially on a finger. It's not like there's exactly a lot going on there. Like, you wouldn't take them. I don't know how long it takes to develop an X-ray. I don't think it's very long. I can descend with this ladder here. In fact, I think they can just get that immediately. Like, yeah. All right, so here we go down into these caves. Because, yeah, like, thinking about it, as I said that, it's like, wait, no, I've been at the dentist when they take fucking x-rays and stuff. Like, yeah, they like, leave the room, and they're back, like, pretty much immediately. Alright, so there goes someone with some jiggle physics. And there's a big old dog there. So I suspect... Yeah, exactly. There's like bone, bone, bone. You know, it's not going to be a tricky thing to look at. So I suspect we probably will want to wear our black robes sooner rather than later. Something's there. It's a puppy. Oh, dog not happy. Sounds like a dog. There's dog. What if I was a black robe? Nice doggy. Weird that my black robe is still my cursor here. Do not murder. Do not murder. Oh, I got murdered. I think that might be because I angered it first. I'll interpret your bone. Okay. So let us continue. Yeah. Okay, so maybe let's, wait, what? Why can I not go down to my inventory? That's weird. Jennifer Connelly from Labyrinth. I think we are, based on the guides that I was looking at, we are supposed to be Jennifer Simpson. Wait, what's... Okay, is it maybe now that I can... Why can I not... Hold on, let's go back upstairs. Okay, I can't go into my inventory here either. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so I suspect that maybe if I go back down now, well, probably goes pretty far down. I can descend with this ladder here. I suspect that maybe now I'll be able to go. I suspect we were in like a kind of little glitch state here. Inspired by that of Jennifer Corvino from Phenomena, played by Jennifer Connelly. Oh wait, so yeah, you were right. Okay, yeah, there we go. Oh, I still can't put it on though. That's weird. Oh, shit. Why am I so tired? Hold on. What's going on? Seriously, why is it not letting me put the fucking ropes on? weird. Okay. So we're not quite there. Isn't something to get past the dog. I'm also rooting for the dog. Also, ever concerned about accidentally hitting one of the game start options instead of continue here. Okay, what if we went back upstairs? Because it doesn't seem like I can put on the robes until I'm like at the dog. Oh yeah, I'm like wildly tired again here for some reason. Wait, no, what? Oh, is it just that going down the ladder makes you really tired? Because I'm not tired up here for some reason now. Okay, so... that's a option I didn't consider. 100%, 11 hours, not bad. Yeah, I still haven't gotten around to starting that game again. Definitely want to at some point, but man. Also, that reminds me that apparently there's some ongoing conversation, question mark, about whether Metroid games are Metroidvanias, which is like... He said I needed to counter more. Which is like the most wild statement I've ever heard. The argument being that, oh, it doesn't have the RPG elements of the Castlevania side. But like, I don't think that's really a requirement. Because that's just the Vania part of it. Like, rope? No? Run off that thread, never run it. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, like, it's called Metroidvania because Castlevania was like, what if we made a Metroid game? And yeah, they did their own thing with it a little bit there. What if I just ran? No? Okay, so I... Oh, wait. No, never mind. I mean, I can kind of see the argument, but like, it's dumb. Because it's in the name. Like, it's literally one of the primary examples of the genre when the name was created. Anyway, yeah, so we clearly can't get past there yet. So I did see something about cologne in these guides also, and that might be necessary to get past the dog so we smell like the right person. So yeah, so let's go back and see if we can find cologne. I'm assuming it would be in a bedroom. Steven Souls-like debate. Yeah, exactly. It's like, if it's part of the founding series, like, it's fucking obviously in the genre. Like, goddamn. Okay, so that was that. The clone wouldn't be in the kid's bedroom. Oh, someone made a stupid Mario example too. That was the worst part of it. Like, someone seriously said something along those lines. I don't even remember exactly what it was, but it was like something fucking dumb. Okay, so we're here. I know, it's so stupid, like, you couldn't possibly think it, but Mario's missing the only two... Come on now. Mario's time machine is where it's at. Oh yeah, so apparently... I don't remember what any of these rooms are. Apparently that empty room... Oh yeah, so this is a puzzle that we can't do. Apparently that empty room upstairs is a theoretical big plot point, but it only happens if you meet certain conditions before going into that room ever. So it's like, okay, weird. This like, the more that I was reading about this game and trying to not spoil everything for myself, like, this game is nuts. I would love to read a whole lot more about it when I finish it here. Because, like, it seems unbelievably ambitious in, like, what it's doing. Even just, like, being randomized and stuff, like, that alone is pretty creative. You played it a bunch on PS1, yeah. Yeah, so this is the Clock Tower Deluxe patch for Clock Tower on Super Nintendo, which basically brings it in line with the PS1 version, because apparently the PS1 version adds some different puzzles and moves some things around, and adds mouse support. So, like, this is like a back port of the PS1 improvements. And I don't even think that... I don't know what the deal is with this, like, rope or whatever on here. Because from what I can tell, from what I was reading, if there was anything here, it would be in this left hand of this statue here. This is apparently where you get the demon idol, if you get the demon idol instead of the staff. Like, right there. So I don't know why this has, like, a rope on it. Kind of weird. Maybe that's some indicator of, like, oh, you haven't done what you need to see the plot. I guess, unless it's in here, I suppose, but... There's some tableware. I don't think it'd be in this room. But yeah, it's, like, really weird, because this is another room that's like, okay, there's definitely something here. Because it's, like, such a weirdly, ominously empty room. But this can be a room that actually matters. And the fact that there's, like, scrawls on the wall here is related to that. But there is nothing here on our playthrough, so... And from what I could tell, there's no way to open that other door, because that's, like, fully, it's fully patched over on the other side, and there's no way to knock that open or anything. According to the maps that I saw, at least. But I suppose, now that I'm saying that, like, those maps are such an untrustworthy resource, because they said different things on them, that I don't even know what to make of that. I suppose what I actually should have been doing, and I didn't even think about this, but I should have been looking at guides for Clock Tower: The First Fear, the PS1 remake, since this patch is actually more in line with that version. I didn't even think of doing that. I don't know why. But there also might be more resources on that version. I don't know. Just because it's like easier to play a CD based game than it is to like an imported CD game as opposed to an imported um, cartridge game. Some books. This desk is dusty. There's a pool in the courtyard. Okay. So the next room over from here was the kids' room. I guess all of the actual, like, bedrooms and stuff were in the other... Oh, wait. I fucking knew that this was this bedroom. I literally just said, oh, the next room is the kids' bedroom. I mean, we saw 2 people in the pool earlier, so I mean... Clearly it's good enough for a swim. I mean... To each their own. We don't know that, technically. They never came back up for air, but you know, whatever. Okay, so this one was the hallway, I think. Oh no, this was this room, okay. Yeah, and I guess maybe this pot? Because, like, that's the vase that we saw. Time will cause adherence. The clock tower's clock stopped. Yeah, weirdly there's no comment there, but I think that actually is maybe the staff in the vase. Maybe. This is that hallway with the bird's nest. Apparently the west wing key, I think, can spawn in the bird's nest. Under some conditions. I think that one's just random. Also, I think what I was reading is that the black robe can spawn in here. I don't remember exactly in this little chest on the other side. I don't remember where we got the black robe on this playthrough, but I think it was in the closet of the room that we got drugged in, I think. So I don't know. So yeah, I don't think there's any bedrooms to the left of here, but I will double check. So I'm actually trying to think even now. There was the room with the parrot in it. Were there any bedrooms other than that one? I think there was one other bedroom somewhere. da. Various beverages. Quickly take a rest here. Quickly take a rest here. Okay. Yeah, but who knows what the fuck is up with anything in this house. I would not trust any of the furniture to not, like, have spikes pop up out of it. Okay, so I don't think it would be anything in here. Or, like, fucking Scissor Man would, like, pop out from the other cushion once you sit down. He'd be, like, tucked in the back of the couch like fucking Danny DeVito. I think this is the garage. Oh, yeah. Also, apparently to get away with the car, you have to try a couple times. And that's why I did not get away in the car. Alright, so let's keep going this way then. Also, looking at a map of this thing, I understand the structure better than I did before. For some reason, I thought, like, as we were going left to right, we were kind of, like, looping around this building, but no, we are actually staying on one side. So I don't remember what these rooms were in particular, but we'll check them out. I think this one might be a bathroom. Yep. So if that's a bathroom, what about this one? Okay, so is there... I know we've checked that. Checked the bed. There was that. There's the little picture there. Oh, shit. There's... Well. It smells like Miss Mary's. Picked up perfume. Okay, so if we have perfume to smell like Miss Mary... Yeah, that should get us past the dog, I would think. And man, the timing on that was, yeah, oddly perfect. Okay, so I think that's probably what we need. I assume we can't just use that on ourselves right now. So where the fuck am I? Okay, so we want to go to the left. Because, yeah, this building is basically like a square or like a rectangle all the way around that courtyard. This path that we're about to go through is... Like, so we're currently on, like, the bottom edge of the building, under the courtyard. Going through here takes us up the left side to the back edge of the building, the back long hall. And the other equivalent hallway to this one... The other equivalent hallway to this one is the one that's collapsed. Okay, so we are on the first floor. So we should just have to go to the right, and it's the second door. This first one is the music room. And then this should be the chapel. Alright, let's go downstairs. Or down ladder. Hall goes pretty far down. I didn't notice that I could look at that painting on the wall, or like on the left wall. Alright. Something's there. So I still can't use that yet. It's weird. I feel like I should have to put this on earlier. The dog knows the smell very well. It smells like the perfume Mary uses. Okay, yeah, now it's gone. Let me put that on. And we didn't get murdered. I like how we take it off, like, immediately. Alright. Seems fine. Is there a path? The air horn of dog success. Wait, what? Oh, there's the path, apparently. Just like right past the dog. Okay, so we've got a path back there. Too stinky to smell things behind him. What's with these switches on the wall? The fuck? What am I even looking at here? Dot, dot, dot. There's a can here. Looks like kerosene. Okay, but then looks like this is like... Oh, no, it's not a dead end. Okay, never mind. Casually walking through this place. Okay, so that's it. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Wonder what was through that other... This seems fine. This is good. Here it come. Interestingly, this is just all automatic, it seems. Comes that boy. Big ol' meat, baby. Okay, it's flashing in the bottom left there, so I'm mashing the panic button, which is ugh. Well, it did stop flashing there, so I suspect I don't need to, but I'm gonna keep doing it. Knock the can of kerosene down onto the big old meat baby through the candle. Ah. Okay. Do we go through this door now? Fucked up if real. What is it doing? What is it doing? Oh, he burned down real fast. What? Excuse me? Excuse me? Elevator. Let's calmly press the elevator button. It was weird because I expected that to be, I don't know, something that I'd have to do literally anything for, but it was just entirely automatic. One, two, or three. Let's go all the way, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so the ceiling grate opened up. Oh shit, here come Dat Boy! My favorite little boy. Apparently he's supposed to be wearing a little just blue suit. But damn, does he not just look like he's wearing like one of those little kids' sailor's outfits for some reason? And this is all just kind of happening as well. What? Alright. Get wrecked, Scissor Man. More like Scissor Chomp. My adopted daughter, you! I will kill you! Oh shit! Get fucking fried! And then we just casually walk away as if nothing just happened. What? Are you winning, son? Yes. I mean, I think the thing is, this isn't a boss fight game. This is an explore the world game, and these encounters. I think these, from what I can tell, it seems like all of the endings are based on just literally what you've explored. So I think all of the outcomes of these fights, in quotes, are dependent on what you explored before this. And that is the game. So yeah, we were extremely close yesterday, or the other day. We spent a lot of time being confused. I'd say we probably could have finished it last time, but we didn't. This was pretty cool. I actually liked this a lot. Especially the fact that it's randomized. That's fucking wild to me still. Monster original design. Because like that means you could at least get a few playthroughs of this, like, that are at least somewhat varied. Not entirely varied, but like did the clock just move like a whole lot? Dan and Bobby. So yeah, the Scissor Man is apparently Bobby. Oh, I guess it was triple, wasn't it? Yeah, we killed Big Baby. Well, Scissor Man killed himself, to be fair. The weird mud baby. Oh yeah, the one that popped out of the ashes of the big meat baby? I don't know. But yeah, no, I was pleasantly surprised by this game. It wasn't as... I expected this game to be harder, to be honest. You don't... Okay, so here's the gist that I got from the guides. And I mean, I can kind of see it, like, in retrospect. So basically, Miss Mary adopted these kids, including us, and basically was... I'm not sure if it was, like... I think it was as part of a sacrifice thing. So I think it was a sacrificial thing for the big old meat baby. But she was fucked up in some weird way, and I don't know what the deal is with little Bobby Scissorman. But yeah, it was basically just like taking in orphans in order to sacrifice them is basically the gist of it. Continue to collect government stipends, yeah. You're on Mary's side. This game was cool. This intro screen, however, takes far too long to get to the point. And yeah, I don't know how much the mouse controls were definitely nice. But I don't know if they were like a wild improvement over like a gamepad. I don't think they would be that much better. Okay, so now theoretically we can see what ending we got. We got ending B. Okay. Cool. What I am curious, especially since we're only like an hour in. I'm going to try to get at least one more ending. B for best. So yeah, if we do quick start, we just literally start right after all that intro stuff. Hey Panda, you did miss the ending. We're going to go beat the game again though. There are a lot of endings. My understanding is it seems like a lot of them are like kind of complicated to explicitly get because you have to play a modern spoof game. A lot of them are complicated to get because you have to kind of like avoid certain pieces of information. Because like at the end there, we were able to kill Scissorman. Based on my understanding, we killed Scissorman because we read a note that... There was that note that was on the wall, or sorry, on the table in the room with the mural. And I guess from that note, she was able to infer that we needed to turn the clock tower on to, like... disrupt him or something. That was Anne. So, like, there is an ending where you don't kill the Scissor Man. I think you actually just get killed in that ending. And so you need to, like, avoid getting that information. And there's different ways to get that information. That note is one way, but that note isn't always there if other things happen. So it's like you have to be very careful about how you move about to get other endings. I'm just gonna go into here to be safe. I suppose I'm trying to do this one specific thing, but save Scissor Man from his internal demons. I don't think you can. I don't think that is an ending. If I have some paper to cut, maybe some stationery. Look at him, here it comes. I'm gonna do a little dance. He's so happy with his scissors. Wouldn't you be happy if you had fucking scissors that big? Think about how awesome that would be. If you had like a nice, like heavy set of scissors that were like huge like that. I bet they'd make a real nice noise. I understand, Scissor Man. Yeah, the dumb little shorts and knee-high socks. Oh, man. Scissor Man would be a kick-ass cosplay. Scissor Man. I'm gonna cosplay Scissor Man. You'd only be happy to have scissors that big if you could use them on people without negative consequences. I suppose the other thing, actually, that we never saw before, we never saw ourselves get killed by Scissor Man. I never died to Scissor Man. This game actually does have a bit of a following, is my understanding, and also it has a bunch of sequels, which are of ever decreasing quality, as I understand it. Also, amusingly, like, the sequel to this game is called Clock Tower. Also, it was Clock Tower 2 in Japan, but they released it as the first game as Clock Tower in North America. So this is Clock Tower, and then the next game is Clock Tower, and then the series numbering continues to be fucked up beyond that as it goes on. Because also, I think after Clock Tower 2, there's 2 more games, I think. But they're side games. And so they aren't numbered in Japan. They just have, like, subtitles. But they continued to number them in Japan. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if people recognized Scissor Man as a reference. I think it's not actually as obscure as you might think. I can get out of here with this car. Yeah, they'll reboot the series and call it Clock Tower again. But actually, interestingly, there's also a spiritual successor called Night Cry, I think. But the others that the creator of this game made, that's on Steam, apparently, again, isn't that great. What should I do? But does exist. I think that came out in 2017 or something. Alright. There we go. Let's beat the game again. Fuck this wall. So yeah, that is an ending. Ta-da! But no, I think it would be a funny costume, because I don't think it would be that difficult. Because you just need to get, like, a blue jacket, stupid little blue shorts, and some tall socks, and then make a giant pair of scissors. And that would be... making the scissors would probably not be wildly difficult. It would definitely be... yeah, it'd be a fun costume. And the other element is that it wouldn't be wildly, like, uncomfortable or anything. Because it would really just be like... it would really just be like a suit jacket and stupid little, like, schoolboy shorts. Cosplay as an evil leprechaun, basically. Yeah, just a blue leprechaun. But yeah, I guess moral of the story is I think it would be fun, if only because of how fairly simple it would be as a costume. I think you could get pretty far with pretty minimal effort. The only tricky thing would be finding like the right color jacket. But even that, I don't think would be like wildly difficult. 12 leprechauns have red pointy caps, and dumb Americans made them all green. Wait, is that why like? Oh, is that why like you often see like gnomes and stuff in games with those stupid, like the fucking what is it, the RuneScape gnome, I think, with the little red pointy cap? Is he basically just like designed off of an actual Irish leprechaun? Da da da. So yeah, that was an ending. We didn't survive. Wonder what ending that was. Oh, I guess I don't need to watch the whole intro thing. What ending was that? I like that ending though. That's ending H. The probably the shittiest of the endings because it's like the I just fucking tried to leave ending. Um, but I like that ending because it's like, oh, he was in the back seat. The classic backseat killer ending. All right, let's try one more thing here. Let's get a real ending here. Trash, wood, and concrete. Alright, let's smash this wall open. No mention of leprechaun inspiration. Oh yeah, I suppose that's true, yeah, like just garden gnomes and stuff in general have had those stupid little red hats. Globe. Globe, globe, globe. I love glub, glub, glub as a line that a character says. I love that move of him jumping out of the water. No, as far as I can tell, that's like a mandatory scene that you pretty much have to see. Wait, what's going on? Oh, that's weird. Because you basically have to end up here. Yeah, what happens if I do nothing? How do we die? Get knocked out. Oh, come on. I gotta move. Oh, that wasn't as satisfying as I... World Wars wiped out garden gnome production for 20 years? Really? Were they, like, manufactured in Germany primarily or something? Alright, so we died. That wasn't as fun a death as I expected it to be. I thought we were maybe going to see a beheading or something. But I guess this is still Super Nintendo. Like, they were still censoring things to an extent, so... Clay beforehand and only came back once plastic was a big thing. That's interesting, because I mean, like, I've bought, like... I guess they probably came back as plastic, and then they were like, okay, well, we can start making ceramic ones again and stuff. Later. That's weird. Yeah, I didn't. I wouldn't have thought about that. Also, did my stream just die? Yup. So yeah, we got ending B and H. Other than that, though, like, I don't know how we get. I don't know how we get any of the other endings, even. Let's see if I can. Clock tower. I'm pretty sure to get like any of the other endings, we have to fully beat the game, though. Endings. Interestingly, there is an ending S that is not listed here yet. Let's see what the other endings are. At the very least, we can. So apparently ending A, B, and C are considered canon to continue into the next game. But there are various other endings. So, ending S. Upon reaching the top of the clock tower, Jennifer finds Anne/Laura lying down on the floor unconscious. As Bobby shows up, ready to strike at Jennifer, she flips the two switches on the tower. Bobby hears the bells ring and, unable to bear the sound, falls into the gears of the tower below. After he dies, Jennifer walks over to Anne/Laura, only to hear Mary tell Jennifer from the shadows what a terrible daughter she's been. She proceeds to run after Jennifer, choking her from behind and triggering a panic. Suddenly, if the player succeeds, a flock of crows, including the one that Jennifer saved earlier, interesting, come out and begin to peck at Mary, pushing her over the edge of the tower entrance. Jennifer then wakes up Anne/Laura as they proceed out of the tower, watching as the rain stops and the sun rises in the distance. This ending is obtained by only seeing Anne or Laura die, seeing Lotta die / learning about the clock tower switches, freeing the crow, seeing Walter's corpse. So Walter is the guy who is in that locked that sealed room, and choosing the third floor on the elevator. Jennifer and Anne/Laura were the survivors of the incident. This ending is non-canon as the sequel reveals that Jennifer and Edward were the only survivors of the incident. Ending A. Same as above, but instead of Anne/Laura lying on the ground, they run towards Jennifer after Bobby is killed, only for Mary to come out of the shadows and throw Anne/Laura into the clock tower gears, killing Anne/Laura. Jennifer then struggles with Mary before the crows push her off the tower. Jennifer stands atop the tower alone, watching the sunrise in the distance. This is obtained by encountering Simon Barrows in the jail cell, seeing only Anne or Laura die, seeing Lotta die / learning about the clock tower switches. So, freeing the crow, discovering Mary's evil intentions, and choosing the third floor on the elevator. This ending is one of the 3 endings that can be considered canon. Ending B. Same. Okay, that's the one we got. Force her into the generator, electrocuting her to death. So how we got this was seeing all friends die and or failing to free the crow, plus seeing Lotta's death / learning about the clock tower switches. I'm trying to think, how did we see all of our friends die? Because we saw there was the pool. Oh, can you just avoid? Because there was the pool, but then the person who was in the suit of armor, was that the same person who was in the pool? Or was that the other one? That must have been the other one. That must have been the other one. So I guess theoretically, if I had like not encountered that, or if I hadn't gone out towards the pool. Well, the one who was shot was Lotta, so she has to die no matter what. She dies no matter what, either there or apparently that area with the candles that we saw towards the end. She can be there as well. Either way, she dies. Yeah, so I guess if I hadn't investigated the suit of armor, or if I had managed to avoid the pool, which I guess I could have done if I like went the long way around instead of going out into the courtyard that way. Could I have done that? I guess so. Ending C, same as S, A, and B, but around in an alternative way. As Jennifer exits the elevator, she encounters Mary, having seen her father's corpse or having been confronted by Mary in the shed. Jennifer asks the deranged mistress why she's doing this to her and her friends, only for Mary to pull out a knife and attempt to kill Jennifer, thus triggering a panic. Jennifer escapes from Mary's clutches and dashes past her, running towards the balcony outside as Mary screams for Bobby to kill Jennifer in order to avenge Dan's death. Jennifer climbs up a ladder leading to the top of the clock tower as Mary follows close by, grabbing one of her legs, thus triggering a panic. If the player succeeds, Jennifer will kick her off. Mary falls off the tower to her death below. As Jennifer reaches the top, Bobby closes in behind her and tries to avenge the deaths of his brother and mother. However, she activates the switches to the tower. Noise starts affecting Bobby as he throws the scissors to the ground and stumbles off the tower into the gears below, killing him. Walks aside, watches the sunrise, blah, blah, blah. So that one's obtained by choosing the second floor on the elevator. So this ending is like... I suspect that there was another ending that I could have gotten if I did exactly the same thing but went to the second floor. And it would have been basically the same, but just we would have gotten out somewhere else and gone up a ladder. So this one, obtained by choosing second floor, seeing Lotta's death / learning about the clock tower switches, and discovering Mary's true intentions. The fate of Anne / Laura does not matter. This ending is one of 3 endings that can be considered canon to the series and most likely to be canon. Ending D, Jennifer exits the elevator on the second floor only to find Mary waiting for her. Mary comforts Jennifer by telling her that she's safe, having not realized Mary's true intentions. Jennifer runs over to hug her, however, Mary brandishes a knife and stabs Jennifer in the chest with it. Their last dying breath, Jennifer asks why and falls to the ground, while Mary stands before her with an evil expression. This ending is obtained by not discovering Mary's true intentions, seeing Lotta's death / learning about the clock tower switches, and choosing the second floor on the elevator. The fate of the other 2 doesn't matter. Same requirements as above for ending E, but choose the third floor. Inside the elevator, Jennifer presses the button for the third floor, but the elevator suddenly halts halfway through. Lights go out. Bobby's heard laughing and breaks into the elevator through an overhead vent. Jennifer screams as the screen fades to black. Ending F. If Jennifer does not see Lotta die and never learns about the clock tower switches from Lotta or the religious study, she will continue the game normally until the elevator sequence. Upon entering the elevator, Bobby breaks into the elevator through an overhead vent once the doors close and kills Jennifer off screen before blood starts seeping from under the elevator doors. After the credits end, Bobby can be heard laughing inside the elevator. Ending G, which we did not get. Jennifer stumbles upon a car in the mansion's garage and finds a key on a nearby crate. Having seen 2 of her friends die, Jennifer starts the car and escapes, driving through the wall of shed. A post-credit scene states that Jennifer was found dead in her room 3 days after the incident. The cause of her death is unclear. The most common theories are that Jennifer was killed by one or more of the Barrows, or that she killed herself over the loss of her friends. However, Clock Tower series creator Hifumi Kono, in a question and answer response, confirmed that Mary was directly involved in Jennifer's death, although he did not elaborate on how. Ending H. This ending is considered the worst and is obtained after seeing only one friend die. Jennifer stumbles upon a car in the mansion's garage and finds a key on a nearby crate. Jennifer is unable to leave her friends in the mansion, but after 3 attempts to start the car, she eventually gives in and escapes, driving through the wall of the shed. In a post-credit scene, Jennifer looks at the mirror and sees a giant pair of scissors emerging from the back seat. Jennifer appears shocked and screams, and the screen fades to black. And then there are 2 endings that can be obtained through a glitch, in which you quickly cross the courtyard before the pool death occurs. There's stuff about that. So we got an okay ending, I guess. We got a canon ending. That's the most important thing. But yeah, I don't think we'll play through the entire game again, being careful to end up in a different ending, because that just seems like playing through this naturally is like the interesting way to do it, and then I feel like the rest of the ending is, it's like, okay, now go and do specific things to like knock out the rest of these endings, which would be interesting to see, but like I don't think it's worth the time or effort, especially since I'm sure you could just look these up on YouTube or whatever. So yeah, that was a neat little game, and I enjoyed it. So I guess that's it. So we'll stop here. There won't be a stream tomorrow because I've gotten roped into something else. And then Sunday, I don't know what the plan is. I haven't planned what's going on Sunday. I would love to be able to do like Phasmophobia or something with Maggie. I don't know. I have not talked with her at all, so It's unlikely that I will be able to schedule that, but we will see. Um, Otherwise, I don't know. We'll try and get something spooky for Halloween. But yeah, so that is where we will stop. So, thanks for watching, and good night.